Welcome to the Happy and Healthy Growth and Development Podcast. I am Janina and I am energy. I am this energy that is part of this unity who wants to connect you guys, inspire and stimulate change and shift in that mindset that we've been working on during these days so that you can see these challenging times as an opportunity for you to grow and understand yourself. In the last video, we discussed about the importance of bringing awareness of your eating habits and eating patterns. And I did encourage you to take the action step of every episode, but all of the action steps that we run through so we can transition between these two mindsets. Today, in this special episode, we will talk about unity as the underlying truth of all that exists. Pretty profound. I will be using the 21 days abundance challenge program that I have completed so I can share some other content. This is the program of Deepak Chopra. I don't know if you've heard of it, but it was really impactful for me and for my own shift. So that's why I've chosen to use it. Let me ask you something. Do you ever compete? Do you see yourself different than the others? Do you ever want to be number one? Do you think that because of your job, you're better or worse than others? Well, those were just some kickoff questions, but I'm here to ignite something within you guys because things are happening and we just need to wake up. What happened with all these associations that we have during these challenging times? What happened to the fact that I'm better than you because of my job, because I have a car and I have an apartment and I have this amount of money? What happened? They all perished away. And this challenging time has revealed to me, at least, that all these labels are so insignificant. And you can check the video about labels. They are so insignificant and they just fade away during these times. We look at the most relevant and significant things in our lives. Countries are also looking at removing those borderlines, or with the scope of working collaboratively together, let alone the fact that they are trying to avoid the spreadage or minimizing the spreadage of the virus. So that's why they do the bans. But other than that, they actually encourage collaboration. And they did figure that in order to confront this invisible enemy, they have to work collaboratively. Like even the whole country, the leaders, the representatives of every country, they wake up and they say, you know what, we have to actually understand that as a whole unit, as a unity, we can confront any adversities. As individuals, we are not always alike, and that's normal. We are all different. We all have different lifestyles, and that's what makes us think that we are separate from one another. These different beliefs, perceptions, values separate us. However, I feel like they actually unite us simultaneously. These differences exist only in the physical realm, Whereas at the molecular and the spiritual level, we are all one and are connected with the primary universal source. The universe, or call it God, call it Allah, whatever it is. When we begin, Deepak Chopra says, when we begin to fully understand this concept of life in unity, that we are actually molecularly same. The idea of a personal I, like this is only about me, about my job, about my possessions, becomes actually universal I. This is about us when we are all together as individuals, as families, as countries that define a country, individuals define a country. Then we can succeed. And during these challenging times, we can only succeed together. So in the action step, I will ask you to do something that will imply you connecting with somebody. So be prepared for that. The concept of rivalry disappears whenever we understand that. Whenever we understand that we are unity, the concept of rivalry disappears, and then cooperation comes as a natural replacement. This is beautiful. This connection enables us to deep feelings of love and empathy with everyone and everything that surrounds us. Isn't this beautiful? Okay, enough talking. I'm going to invite you to take the action step. And the action step is going to consist in asking yourself a couple of questions. Of course, they will come from an external factor, which is the computer that has me playing this video, or a phone, that makes you question yourself. So I'm questioning you so that you can question yourself, right? 3 first start of questions will be just posed orally, so you don't have to write them down. Then the next other 4 questions, I'd invite you to write them down. And then the action step, I'm definitely going to ask you to embody it, yeah? Ready? Cool. So first 3 questions. Do you love people? Cool. Second question. What do you think of diversity? And 3, how is this video making you understand, or at least tackle, the concept of unity? Become aware of the changes that happen in your body and in your thinking, in your brain, when you're asking these questions, or when I'm addressing them to you. Yeah? Okay, cool. Now let's move on and get a pen and paper. You can pause me if you want. And I want you to address these questions to yourself first, and next to your friends as well, or to somebody. You're gonna figure out who. A friend, a mom, a dad, because you have so much time. You can't come up with this excuse any longer. So what are these questions? First, okay, what influences, what infuriates you the most about others? Cool. Question number 2. Did you find the courage to discover within yourself precisely these qualities? Like if somebody is bad with timing, do you feel like that's what bothers you because you are bad with timing? I mean, do you have that quality? And did you have the courage to say, like, this is why it hurts, it bothers me. Okay, and question number 3. Does it frighten me? Or does the awareness of unity with everyone please me? Write them down. If you have any thoughts you want to share, please write the comments in the bottom below. And the action step will be you addressing these questions to a friend of yours, and also think of a way that you can help someone so that you can prove yourself that you're part of this unity. How could you help? Who can you give a hand to today? Who can you send a message to man up, or to make them smile? A thank you note to. Who can you help? Who can you help with a message, with something? It can be financially, it can be emotionally, or it can be just mentally. But think of a way that you can take this action step and embody it. Remember, you have to do it because you do have the time. Remember to smile, and I'm really looking forward to see you in our next episode.